Hello guys, here is Karuna, and in this lesson let us talk about the vibration. So, as you probably might already know, the vibration is a great part of the duduk music, and without this longing sound which is produced by vibration, the duduk does not sound really like a proper duduk. So this method of playing you have to conquer, but don't hurry up very much, because in order to get a nice proper vibration, you have to first of all be able to produce the strong, stable and full sound. So without this full and strong sound, your vibration will be like not inspiring at all. It will be very flat. I mean, if your sound is flat, if it is not full, the vibration will make it even more flatter. So if you can't produce a nice sound, you better don't play vibration at all, otherwise it will be just very much disturbing for the ears of the others. I mean, the precondition for this is the quality of the sound without vibration. What is this vibration? So there is a special term for this. We say vibrato. Huh? Yes, I think it's Italian word, like piano or staccato or forte, something like that. So this vibrato, what is this? It's actually a fluctuation. So you have a tone, you have a note, like a B or C or something, and you kind of pitch it up or pitch it down with your lips or with the jaw, depending on the type of vibration you are making, and you bringing the sound up and bringing the sound down around this note, which is in the middle, you know. So, and what is important is like to be kind of in a good balance in your movements up and down, so that the vibration does not bring the general tone higher. Yeah, it's a good idea that you have a tuner when you start practicing vibration, so that you don't go too much up, too high from the note you are vibrating. So there are basically two types of vibrato on duduk. The first one is a common one, like the mostly used one. Every duduk player has to learn it, and this is the jaw. The jaw vibrato is like when you move your jaw up and down, this part, yeah, and like this you are pitching up or pitching down the note, like this. It gives a strong vibration, this jaw vibration, the strong vibration, kind of gross vibration, I would say, and very much obvious. So every beginner has to start with this one. And when you are advanced, if you wish, you can also step forward to the next type of vibration, which is just the lips vibration. You make the vibration only with your lips and your jaw. You are holding, like you don't move the jaw. It's just about the pressing and releasing the lips. So this one is quite difficult, and up until now I can't really do it. So, but we will speak today about the first type of vibration with the jaw. The precondition for the good vibrato is the correct setup, of course. So you can watch my video about the correct setup. So let us make some sound. The note of B, a bit higher, I guess. So you see my position. I have air everywhere, like everywhere, also here. So start doing it slowly first, and not only work with your, like bringing your jaw up but also like bringing it lower than the note. So as I explained you, the note is in the middle, and you are kind of dancing around like higher, lower, and higher. Try to make it wider, like the wide range of this, because the vibration should be wide, in fact. It's kind of a chewing motion. It's not just bringing it up and down. It's a bit chewing, like imagine a cow chewing grass. It's like you know, the movement is like a spiral. It's not like just up and down. It's kind of making a spiral back also, like you know, like this. Not like tick 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 tick, but like more like like this. So imagine that you are making this spiral, but the vibration should be very flowing, like a flowing water. I mean, should be like a red line going through all of these segments of fluctuation, like a red line of your intention to make it flowing. You know, like all of those segments of fluctuations, they are dancing around this red line, which is just inside of your mind, and you are just imagine it and like doing it like this, you know, so that it flows like water. So otherwise it will be very flat and mechanic. So it will be like gymnastics, like my teacher told me, like do not make it like a gymnastics, make it alive. So the vibration must be alive and very much musical, you know, like melodic I would say. I made a drawing like how it looks. So there are two types of this vibration. You can the first one is when you start softly, like piano. You start softly, and then you kind of speed up, not speed up, but make it stronger. Forte, you see, it's louder, and it's forte, it's stronger. The sound goes up, and then there is a little like gap. You kind of release the sound a little bit, let it go, let the strength of your blowing like go for a moment, and then the vibration in fact starts, and it starts very widely. So the segments are very wide. The wider the better in the beginning, and then towards the end of the vibration it's smaller and smaller, and then again like normal, you see, like this. So there is another type when you can immediately start the vibration without doing this from piano to forte, without doing this stronger blowing. You can immediately start doing vibration, but it's a bit more complicated in the beginning, I would say. Not complicated, but difficult, huh? Like hard. So first of all, I would suggest just try to do this. You see, I started like soft, and then I go stronger, then is a little gap, and then you start vibration. What I recommend you is to start the vibration from the lower notes, like when you, let's say we play B minor scale, okay? So we can start from B, or you can start from A, and you play one note or one breath and the vibration. So, and like this you come to the high notes. What I have to mention about the high notes: on the higher notes it's more difficult to vibrate, and you can vibrate, but it tends to be mechanical and not alive. So this quality of flowing you have to intentionally bring to the higher notes, you know, like really remembering this. Even if you make it nicely here on the lower notes, the higher notes still will be like meh, 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 like this, you see? try to avoid this kind of vibration. This is what I call gymnastics, like mechanical. That means you are losing the stream of air, like you are pressing the lips of the reed together too much, so that it stops the stream of air. So the stream of air must be continuous, you know. While doing this, you try to play it so fully that the hole does not close completely. Like full, you know, full, so that the stream of air is continuous. This is very, very important in this. Otherwise, the segments will be like separate, not like together. And for this, to control yourself, you can. I recommend you to record yourself. Take a recorder, like your phone, and play the vibration, and then listen and compare it to the playing of good musicians. Otherwise we think, and I also have this tendency to think that I vibrate wide enough and my vibration is very much obvious and everybody can hear it. But when I record it, then I see it's so very small and almost not noticeable, you know. So you have to do it wide and obvious. Record yourself and check if your vibration is alive enough and flowing enough. In Armenia, when I get my lessons, no one explains me these things as I'm explaining you now. It's just you kind of reading it from the teacher. You come to the teacher day by day, week by week, and then suddenly you start doing like copying him, his movements and his way of playing automatically. But when you don't have this possibility, just have all these things in your mind, and I hope it will help you a little bit. Another point I would like to mention is how to not make the vibration. I saw a couple of times beginners do, like they start shaking their heads. You know, there are techniques on some other types of flutes, like Japanese shakuhachi, for example. It's like when they play this flute, they shake the head, and like this they make the vibration. And some people start bringing it to the duduk, and then it looks so strange and so funny. In fact, like, or they shaking head up and down, or left and right, or even do like this. This looks absolutely like awful. So don't do this, guys. Never do it. Better spend more time and learn it in a proper way than do something like this, you know. So your exercise will be playing from the note of B or the note of A, let's say the B minor scale, and coming up to the higher notes without the higher B, just finishing on the A here, and bringing like as much attention to the aliveness of your vibration as you can, you know, especially on the higher notes. One breath, one vibration, one note. Another point I want to mention is about the reeds. So every reed has its own characteristics, and one of those characteristics is how dynamic is the reed, like how how capable is it to produce this, you know, dynamics, this wide range of vibration. So not every reed can produce a nice vibration, you know. This is what I noticed. So you have to be already quite experienced and advanced duduk player to be able to choose a good reed. But especially if you are at a distance and you cannot come to the maker and choose yourself, so you have to trust, and I mean, whatever comes to you, try to make best out of it. But just for you to know, so sometimes we try to produce a good vibration from a bad reed, so this is not working. So that was Karuna, and hope to see you in my next lessons. Ciao.